Hello and welcome to Samadhi's Daily Word. Today is Sunday, May 6, 2018, and we love sharing with you the Daily Word, and Michael will do us the honors.
Thank you everyone for joining us this beautiful, amazing day. Before we breathe, I just want to show you really quick. A little paradise here in Yuma. Now, as we close our eyes, if we're able to, I want you to breathe in the life, the presence, the spirit. Feel it. Feel it in your core. Take a deep breath. Exhale and release. Release all tension. Release all limitation. Release everything. Now take a deep breath in. And let's all as one be ready to receive. So thank you for joining us this beautiful, majestic Sunday. As I was breathing, I'm feeling the essence of nature. And I know we spoke on nature yesterday, but this is like when you go out here, it's like it takes you back to the essence of when you lived the simple life. When there was really, because think about it, we got so many apps and technologies that we don't know what to do with ourselves. It's like we buy the greatest phone and then 6 months there's another greater phone and we're looking for the next best thing. And then we got apps on the phone, apps on the computer, and we're looking for the next best thing. We forgot the simplicity of the profundity of life. And that's what we here at Samadhi bring. Simplicity, because everybody wants to bring complexity, and it's fine wherever they're at, whatever space they're sharing, but complexity is confusion. Simplicity is, like, it's the pureness of what it was meant to be. So that's all I desire to say. So we know who is with us here in spirit, and we're gonna drum roll for the daily word. Oh, and one more thing just came to me. As simple and as pure as nature is, we take it for granted because it's too simple. Because for me, before, nature was like, okay, it's there. Beautiful trees. I didn't even see beautiful trees. I just seen trees and it was like blah. But when I changed my perspective, I remembered and I communed with the relationship of what always was there. So just take the time to remember our brothers and sisters of our soul stars, of our trees, of the sand, of earth, of water, of fire, sun. It's beautiful. Air, sky. Just take the time to remember. It comes with that saying, remember where you come from. Remember where you come from, your nature. You don't need no more advances. You don't need plastic surgery. You don't need all these different distractions. I mean, unless you really are going through something. I'm not a doctor, but just remember your nature. Connect with nature, and nature will nurture you. Nature will comfort you. Nature will remind you of the very nature that you are.
And that's not even the daily
That's
word
not
yet.
even the daily word yet. So, let's take a drum roll. Word for today is... Huh! Oh no, that's not it. I love that word though. Helping others. Today's word is helping others. That actually coincides because we can help nature by remembering nature. And then that's how we remember who we are more and more every day, and we can truly help others. Because unless, I seen a post yesterday, unless we heal ourselves or come into our wholeness, we're not able to help anyone else truly come into their wholeness. We'll help them put on masks. Most people are just helping other people put on more masks. Take off your masks and remember. Oh, and yeah, I got a visual. Just briefly, I got a visual. There's this visual of this guy with a three-piece suit, very luxurious, very expensive. And he's walking, and he walks on a beach, and he just walks into the ocean, and in the ocean he takes everything off. And as he takes everything off, he remembers who he is. That the suits weren't who he was. All the layers of beauty and of eloquence, which rightly so because they're very quality made. But coming back to nature, it was like he put on his true suit of his identity of one with nature. So take the time to take off the layers of who you think you are and connect with the nature within yourself. So the word is helping others. I'm grateful today for every opportunity to be of service to others. Again and again in his earthly ministry, Jesus called us to have faith, the faith of a child, faith as small as a mustard seed. We may assume that it's only with enough faith we can do the work that is ours to do. We may assume that it's only with enough faith we can do the work that is ours to do. Today I recognize that quite the opposite is true. By reaching out, extending love, and helping others in their human experiences. Oh, that's key. Listen to this. We may assume that it's only with enough faith we can do the work that is ours to do. Today I recognize that quite the opposite is true. So that's what we've been programmed to believe. By reaching out, extending love, and helping others in their human experiences, my faith grows. And boy, are we testing into that. I'm gonna share something really briefly. People may see us struggling on the outside, and yes, we do have challenges that are challenging, but our faith is growing stronger. Our relationship with each other and with life and with our families, with our students, is growing stronger.
Not to mention the one with God. That one.
Oh, of course, number one.
Yeah. With self.
With self. I just wanted to share that because, just yesterday I seen a friend of mine post a video about, and rightly so, like if you're in real estate or you're in a profession, you're going to follow people that are really succeeding in what you're looking for. And they said, if they don't have the millions, don't listen to them. And I thought about it, I said, wait a minute, because we don't have millions. And I kind of like reflected and meditated on that. And then we talked, and we said, you know what? We don't need to have the millions to show how successful that we are, that we can help other people succeed. Because you know what? We may not be millionaires on the external, but we are zillionaires in the internal.
Can't even measure it.
We're vibrationaires. What good does it do to have millions and millions and millions if you forget who you are? You get so, like I was saying earlier, you get so distracted with all the millions. And we even know millionaires that are so wealthy that their wealth is why they're so much stressed. I mean, the thing about it is this. The greatest wealth you have is inside of you. I mean, I know a family that, they have about $43 million, I believe, or $57 million. And they're fighting over $2 or $3 million. This was about 7 years ago. But they were fighting over $2 to $3 million, brothers and sisters at each other's throats, hating each other because one was going to get more than the other. Yet, each apiece, they had about $8 or $9 million. Personal friends of ours. And I'm not saying this out of judgment, but that really taught me something in life. And that was really my blueprint when I experienced that I didn't want to have anything to do with money, which I've been working on more and more. Because remember, we're transparent here. So the thing about it is this. When I seen that, I just want to share with you guys that just because you guys see millionaires doesn't mean they're happy. It's easy to put on a video and smile and say, hey, look at my Ferrari, look at my Lamborghini, and no judgment. I'm just saying that this verse right here really propelled that message. That it's not really about how much you have, it's really about how much you remember who you truly are. Because the more you can remember who you truly are, the more transparent, the more pure, the more greatness you're bringing into your life and into others' lives. So about helping others. You can help other people get rich. And that's fine if you're doing that. But are you really helping people more to remember who they are, to be a human being? Because it's easy to become a millionaire. I've heard so many people say it. It's easy to become a millionaire. We're still working on that. Not that we need it, but, we're working on getting more financially free and stable. But here's the thing. If it's easy to become a millionaire, it's not easy to remember who you are. Because not a lot of people are willing to dig deep inside themselves because they're afraid of what they're going to see. They're afraid of judging themselves. They're afraid of condemning themselves. They're afraid of harming themselves with their own self. But they don't realize that the blessing is in the poison. You hear it in holistic therapy that the cure is in the poison. You take rattlesnake venom and you minute it so small and you got powerful cures. That's just a macro of what it is when you dig deep inside yourself. The cure is in the poison. And
he was inspired to just go all over the place this morning, but that's when when Spirit speaks through you. So
helping
the
others.
Daily Word
Helping
is
others.
the Daily Word is the basis of it, but God can give us so much out of one little sentence.
How can you truly help others? Because
Keep reading, sir. That's the passion in Michael. And he's probably going to find something else. Let's see what he...
give me 1 second, please. You know what I'm reading. Remember what I read to you the other day?
I can't see the screen, so I don't know. But you go for it. You follow your heart. Remember, we always follow our heart. This is what we do with the Daily Word. We take it, we dissect it, and sometimes we take our time, other times we go really fast. It just depends. I'm supposed to be the timekeeper, but that's not happening.
We're gonna do it fast. I just gotta find it. Oh, wait a minute, I'm looking at the wrong. See, all these apps, and I was talking about all these apps. I'm looking at Facebook, I'm looking at Facebook. So now I'm gonna go find it.
I'm just having fun, just listening. Then you let me know when it's my turn, okay?
Go ahead. While I find it, go ahead.
It's okay, I don't want to cut off your inspiration.
I'll find it really quick. Here's another one that I read. If you can learn to love yourself and all the flaws, you can love other people so much better. And that makes you so happy. That's a perfect one on helping others. Okay, so here's the one that I found. It's a little strong, but it's necessary.
I don't know how you want to tie that one in, but go ahead.
Well,
Go ahead, sweetheart. You follow your heart.
okay, a friend of mine on Instagram wrote this. Fake coaches be like, you're perfect as you are. There's nothing wrong with you. Nothing to fear. But here's my website with my healing services. And she says, confused you are. The reason why I wanted to really share that, because today's message is about helping others. And I apologize, but with all respect to all coaches, when I read that, I said this message needs to get out. We're going to do a video on its own just on that alone. Because the importance of the thing is that it's like if you go to a acupuncture therapist, okay? And this person has only studied maybe a year, and they know like the basics of giving you acupuncture. They're not going to be able to help you with someone who knows how to do acupuncture on themselves, who knows how to really move that energy within themselves. Because there's very few acupuncturists that know how to do acupuncture. There's a lot of people saying they know how to do acupuncture, but my point is this. There's a lot of people who say that they can help you come into your wholeness, to heal you. But if they haven't healed themselves, if they haven't come into their healing or wholeness within themselves, they're just a blind coach leading a blind person. So, with all due respect, I know they're working wherever they need to work, and oh, look at that beautiful turtle.
I didn't want to interrupt you.
But rightly so, because I'm still working on myself. I'm not going to say that, I'm up there. I'm still on this journey working within myself. But I'm here to assist people that we can assist to help themselves. Because we've done it again and again and again. Actually, Spirit has done it through us again and again and again. But we are the conduits. So this is my message for helping others. Yeah, and boy, was I blind when I helped you. Because you helped me come to love myself. I was preaching love. See, here's a perfect example. I'm not saying coaches can't do that, because I'm amazed, because I just listened to Spirit and I helped Alice help herself. What I was teaching her, it was like a mirror reflecting back of what I needed to teach myself. And I didn't like it. I was very intellectual. I was very programmed about spirituality and all that, but I didn't really take the time to heal myself, which I did, but I didn't want to dig deep. So that's very, very important that you know that. And now every day we come into our wholeness more and more.
So finish reading, because then I want to be able to share my part.
Well, the reason why I wanted to say that is because it says, we may assume that it's only with enough faith that we can do the work that is ours to do. Today I recognize that quite the opposite is true. By reaching out, extending love, and helping others in their human experiences, my faith grows. Meaning the more you teach, the more you help, the more you learn. The more you get back. And if you don't think you're able to teach, I mean, you teach by your example. Think about that. You teach by your example. So just you living this, just you working within this, you're teaching by your example. Belief becomes easy when I can clearly see the spiritual power my actions create. My choice then is not a blind faith, but a perceptive faith. I recognize the good I can create in the world, and I strengthen my faith through the actions I choose. Wow. I recognize the good I can create in the world, and I strengthen my faith through the actions I choose. That's beautiful. I recognize the effectiveness I can create, because we even create effectiveness, not just in the good. I mean, when she calls me on my stuff, it's not good. It's like, oh my gosh, it's not good. Let's say the transparency here. She calls me on my stuff, I call her on her stuff. If it was all good, it'd be like, when we see something that's like, oh, you're good, you're good, you're good. It's just like the post that I just read. Oh, you're good, you're great, just you as you are. You don't have to do any work. And it's like, no. You know, when you realize the things that you need to work on. Buenos días.
Buenos días.
Bendiciones. When you realize the work within yourself that's being reflected in someone with you, or even your friends and your family, you care about that person so much that you constructively remind them of who they are. So
in other words, he reminds me when I'm weak that I'm
yeah.
strong.
So my
I
point to
remind
that,
him when he's upset that he's loving, and so
yeah.
we bounce back off each other.
So my point to that is, it's not just all good. See, that's what most people are saying. All good, all positive, all light. And if that's where you are, God bless you. But if you want to get to that next level, you got to realize that it's not all good. It's all great in the grandness of all that is, but sometimes you got to wake up and say, wait a minute, I need to learn from the resistance, from the challenges, from the beat downs of my perspectives on myself. So, this is out of Luke 6:38. Give, and it will be given to you. A good measure, pressed down, shaken together, running over, will be put into your lap. For the measure you give will be the measure you get back. I just got a message from Spirit about that. The more you give to yourself, of course, giving to others, always, always. Thank you for that reminder. The more you give, the more you get. But how much are you giving to yourself so you can truly give? Luke 6:38. And we'll take a brief pause.
I just want to jump in the river.
Osho, the turtle's coming.
When he was sharing earlier, there's this turtle coming out of the river, and I'm watching it.
Turn it.
Oh no, it's coming, and I'm looking at it, but I don't want to interrupt his beautiful inspirational
he's in
words.
the zone.
And so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be quiet, but I just kept looking at the cute little turtle. Well, now the turtle's coming to us, so we don't need to touch it. Just let it be, and it will come and sit by us.
Okay, here it says. This is at 37:38. It says,
we come here so we don't get distracted by dogs and other places or
and
whatever.
we got
but
a turtle. We got a
distracted by
beautiful turtle.
So it doesn't matter. When you're out in nature, that's what happens. It's unpredictable.
So here's what it says in Luke 6:38. I believe I'm in the right. Yep, 6:38. It says, don't pick on people, jump on their failures, criticize their faults, unless of course you want the same treatment. Don't condemn those who are down. That hardness can boomerang. Be easy on people. You'll find life a lot easier. Give away your life. You'll find life given back. But not merely given back with bonus and blessing. Giving, not getting is the way. Generosity begets generosity. So how can we truly help others? By giving our services away. By giving our presence, giving our essence to help people, just like this turtle is giving its essence to us. And the one thing is says don't criticize people. As I was reading that, this message is not to criticize anyone, it's to uplift, because criticism is putting someone down. I want people to be very clear about that. But when you are transparent with someone, you're really building them up. So, go ahead.
Well, thank you, sweetie. What Michael just shared, that scripture.
Ay, precioso, I don't have it. Go ahead. He's coming.
Just let him be.
Go ahead.
Let him be. And now look at the ducks. See, just let him be. That scripture will answer Michael's many questions about, Allie, how do you do it? Why do you, how can you be so patient? Like right now, that I'm trying to explain something very beautiful, but now he's distracted over there. So, oh, it's so gorgeous. Anyway, yesterday I was paid an amazing compliment by Michael. We traveled to take one of his family members to our acupuncturist, to our amazing doctor. And as we're there, this person needed some assistance, and I very freely offered my assistance. And Michael looks at me, and from afar, he just very softly, because we were trying to be quiet in the room, he just says, "I love you." And later he explains he's going to take a picture, so I'll
I'm
wait.
listening. Later you explain. Continue listening. You said I love you.
And he says, "That's one of the reasons why I love you, because you're so giving." So that's it. I'm just very thankful that I've practiced in so many different ways, and I know that I do it without expectation, but the Bible says that what you put out will come back to you. So
And
I'm patient. I'm patient. I'm just waiting for my turn.
Testimonies to that. We are living testimonies to giving and giving and giving. And we don't do it for recognition. We don't do it. We do it because we love to. Right? We love doing what we do. So take the time to give today. Give a smile. Give a gesture. Give an action. Give one of your acts for today. You don't have to have money to give. You can give many, many things. Give your heart. Just think of someone today. Just give them the blessing of thinking of them and loving them. So take the time to give today. And what we say here at Samadhi, give to yourself. Think about something great you did. Love yourself. Thank you, everyone. Hope you enjoyed today's daily word. And go be the gift you give yourself and gift it to the world.